Over recent years, a new trend has continually grown more popular. You're so hip. Oh man, that's so indie. Yes, the rise of the hipsters has infested our urban environment. Today, we visit the home of three self-proclaimed indie kids to be given an insight into their ugly sweaters, stupid glasses, and mountains of books and LPs. In case you're too lame, that's a record.
Sitting on my tire swing, I see the sun's face sparkling and intertwine my fingers in my hair. Sitting on my tire swing, I decide to take up smiling as I hear the birds sing this Tweety tune. Ooh, 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 ooh. Kick drum, I kick the drum, I kick the kick drum with my kick. Kick drum, I kick the drum, I kick the kick drum with my kick. When I bump into a handsome man, I'll try stop blushing if I can. My cheeks will never be the same again.
I never used to be indie, but, living in a house with two other individuals, erring away from the mainstream, sort of converted me. I'm becoming much more intellectual and, just generally feeling better about myself now that I'm a vegan and a vegetarian all in one.
So, I've been indie pretty much my whole life. Instead of being fed breast milk, I was drinking green tea, like any herbal tea really, from the age of birth. But I didn't really embrace my individuality until I was about 12. Throughout primary school, I sort of was a closet indie.
Been living here for, I think, about 3 months now. Jeez, back then, I was so mainstream, the mainstream of mainstream. I was the Nile in the middle of Africa, being mainstream.
My parents handled it pretty well when I told them. I think they suspected something, always listening to Arctic Monkeys and Cold War Kids in my room and then quickly changing it to S Club 7 or the Backstreet Boys whenever they'd walk in. Garth is so indie, he doesn't even talk.
Sometimes it's quite hard to communicate with Garth because of the whole talking is mainstream thing. Hey Garth, did you want a cup of tea? Cool. Yeah, one eyebrow up means yes.
Every now and then I get mistaken as a lesbian.
Yeah, some of the females are pretty attractive though.
Yeah, so I will make out with them. But I don't consider myself a lesbian. Might be because I wear vests and ties. That's what gives people the thought.
The edge. Yeah, I used to, have a couple of frothies with the boys, My life, it's changed since then and I think I'm a better person now.
So Joseph moved out about 5 months ago now. There was a disagreement between him and then Garth and I. He went to see the latest Twilight film. That wasn't down with us, so goodbye, Joey. So we had a couple of interviews and Zeke really stood out. We could see that there was indie within him, but it was still fake. I mean, you could tell his genes were from Cotton On.
While to adjust to the no furniture thing. I mean, these guys are pretty individual, and I agree with the notion of furniture. It's all part of the developmental world, and all we're doing is feeding the man by buying furniture.
People can live on carpet. People lived in caves.
Sometimes Garth will sit in his fernery for hours.
Lately, girls have been wearing glasses without the lenses and just the rims. And it's like, these are prescription. So sometimes when people see me, they're like, oh, she's just another twinny bopper. But it's like, hey, I legitimately need these. I didn't just go see some movie in 3D and think it's cool to pop out the lenses.
Tell me, said the elephant, tell me, brothers, if you can, why all the world is full of creatures, yet we go in fear of man.
Doesn't get really far with the ladies. Or you would think that, since he can't talk, but as soon as he puts his Kamal on, you know, there's nothing stopping him.
Tell me why this has to be. We have to run from man the hunter, never save and never free. People kill without regret, although they fly by jumbo jet. Let the word of man remember, let the children not forget.
That was the season final of Minortrickle. Follow-up episodes are too mainstream.
Loads and everything.